Okay, guys, we had a bit of a rough game in our defensive zone. We gave up 5 goals in the D zone. So I wanted to make a video to help you guys become better defensive players. Okay, so this is all about, it's not a lot about positioning, it's a little bit about positioning, but it's about defensive mindset. Okay, and a few simple things that if you keep in your head, you'll be a much better defensive player. Okay, so let's start by talking about our defensemen. Okay, so the one thing, most important thing that you can keep in your head when you're playing defense is always protect the house first. Okay, so if you're in a situation where there's a player on the outside with the puck and there's a player on the inside, and you have to choose between taking this player or taking this player, you never want to leave the player in the house open in order to challenge that player. When you do, this player is not a threat, but one pass and there's a wide open shot, a rebound, wide open shot. So always protect the house first, okay? Now, in most situations, you're going to have a partner and they're going to be taking care of the front of the net. And in those situations, you want to pressure that puck hard. But when you pressure that puck, always stay on the defensive side of the puck. Really important, okay? Defensive side, I know you guys know this stuff, but it's the person with the puck and your net. You're always between those two things, okay? When you get outside of those things, that's when you get in trouble. Now that player has a clean line to your net, okay? Defense, we're going to come back to you, but those are the two most important things you need to keep in your brain. House first, D side of the puck. Let's talk about wingers, okay? Now wingers have they have a slightly different job than defensemen, okay? They don't have to move around a whole lot, but they really have to use their eyes and put themselves in good positions to both do two things. Number one, protect against shots from the points, and also to help out down low when help is needed, okay? So there's a couple things you need to remember, wingers. This is super important. Number one, always be able to see the player with the puck and your man, okay? The right winger, player with the puck, and your man. That is a super important rule. When you can see both, you're in a much better position to help, and you're in a much better position to close out on your defenseman when they're going to take a shot, okay? The second thing that you need to remember is always keep your stick in the lane, okay? And the lane that I'm talking about is the lane between the person with the puck and the player you're responsible for. So right now, the left winger stick should be right here. The right winger stick should be right here. See, there's the lane. There's their stick, okay? When your stick is in the lane, it makes it more difficult for them to pass out to those defensemen, and it puts you in a good position to intercept passes. And when your stick is in the lane, it should be on the ice, okay? Force them to make saucer passes and stuff like that. Force them to pass off the boards. They're more likely to make mistakes. So when you have your stick in the lane, you're in a perfect spot to pick off those passes, okay? Now, an important thing to recognize, this is why I want you guys in these positions, okay? Left wingers, you're close to the tops of the circles. You're not right against the boards. You're slightly off the board so you can see both players. Your stick's here. You're one stride away from picking off a pass. You're one stride away from closing out on that defenseman. You're one stride away from coming down to help, okay? Right wingers, we don't want you over here. We want you in the middle of the ice, because here you're one stride away from that passing lane. You're one stride away from helping out defensemen. You're one stride away from closing out on your responsibility right here, okay? So that's why we want you in those spots. And when you're in those spots, you're in a great position to help when someone gets beat. You're in a great position to help when someone's wide open in front in the slot, okay? You're in a great position to close out in the shooting lane, okay? You guys got it? So now that we talked about wingers, let's go back to defensemen again for a sec. I just want to say defensemen, again, going back to that first point, protect the house first. So when that pass goes back to their defenseman, you don't want to follow it out. That's not your job. Your job is always protect the house first. So what you want to be doing is not going out and then this player is going to be wide open for a rebound. You want to protect the house first. Come back to the house. Okay? You guys got it? All right. So let's talk about centers then. Center. Your most important responsibility is to support all of the players on the ice. Okay? And the best way you can support them is by positioning yourself so you're always roughly halfway between the puck and the net. Okay? When you're in that position, you're one stride away to help the winger if, let's say, they deflect a shot. Okay? Or you're right in that shooting lane. You're one stride away from helping down low in front of the net. Okay? What you don't want to do is to chase out with the right winger like this. When you chase out like that, now there's no support down low. You don't need to be there. You need to be halfway between. So when a center is doing a good job, when the puck swings, look at that. They're halfway between. In a great position to help support this player, in a great position to help down low. Puck comes low, look where they are. Halfway between. They can help the defenseman. They can help in front of the net. Okay? Always halfway between. If the puck comes down low and this defenseman knocks the puck away, they're in a great position to grab that puck and start the breakout. And look at those wingers. If the winger's in the right position, they're only a couple strides away from getting to their boards to start the breakout. You see how simple that is, guys? So those are the things to remember. Always protect the house first. Always be on the defensive side of the puck. Always be able to see your puck, the puck, and your man. Always have your stick in the lane. And center, your job is to support everybody. So you have to be really active. You guys got it? Now, the one thing I haven't said in this video that's really important is in these situations, you got to keep your head on a swivel so you can be able to see around you all the time, see the puck, see who's around you that's open, okay? And you got to communicate, all right? So that's the one thing that overlays all of these things. Now, the last point I want to make is when you do what I'm telling you to do, you're also going to burn way less energy. Where you guys got in trouble in this game is everybody was trying to do everybody else's jobs. We had wingers coming down low. We had defensemen coming high. We had centers coming out to the wing spots. We had people running all over the ice, okay? And you get tired when you do that. You're out of position. You're going to leave people open, but you also burn a ton of energy, okay? Now, if you do what I'm saying, you actually don't have a lot of movement in these situations. Look at the defenseman. When the puck's over here, you got one defenseman that's over here, one that's standing in front of the net, looking around, making sure they're not burning a lot of energy, okay? If the puck goes high, the defensemen, they're going to go about as high as the hash marks, no higher if the puck's up here, right? This guy's still in front of the net. Puck goes low, they're going to go low. Puck goes onto the other side, they're going to go in front of the net. It's really simple. You're not covering a very large area, just this big. What? 2 strides to here, 2 strides to here. You're not burning a lot of energy. And the other defenseman is right in front of the net. Again, not burning a lot of energy, but protecting a really important part of the ice. Okay? You guys got it? When the puck comes to the point, defenseman, what do? We retreat back to the house. And that's pretty much, it's a really simple area you're moving in all the time. You're not coming up here. You're always down here. Okay? Wingers, your job is actually really simple too. Look, you're basically going from here, and when the puck swings, you're coming down like this. The only difference is when the puck goes low, you're going a little bit lower. When the puck goes high, you're coming out to challenge your defenseman, just like this. Puck swings. You're not going very far, right? You're barely moving, okay? You're not burning a lot of energy. You don't have the left winger chasing out to the right winger spot. It's a couple strides. That's it. And center, look at the center. You're never really moving out of this little box here until it's time to support somebody, right? Not so bad. Not so bad at all, guys. And that's basically it. If you get your positioning down, okay, and you do the things I'm talking about, you're going to be a much more effective team, okay? Common problems that I see is defense. We're not always protecting the net first, okay? Wingers, the weak side winger, we need to be here. We cannot be over here. You're not in position over here. You're going to burn more energy over here, okay? In center, we're not always supporting. We tend to chase out, chase over. You got to be in between. You do those things, you'll be better. You'll burn less energy, okay? Keep it in mind. We're going to work on it in practice. See you guys later.